Hi there. Have you noticed the new theme for the A to Z's of nutrition and health? I want this information to be informative and helpful as far as equipping you to feel great, look radiant, live healthy. So here it is, in a nutshell. I do have to say this, so I'll just go ahead and say it. Here's my disclaimer. The information I will be talking about has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. It is based on my own personal research and experiences. It is not intended to be used to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Now this week, we will be cracking the nutshell about arthritis. Many of the aches and pains that accompany the aging process are connected with arthritis. Although arthritis can develop at a young age, it is not as common. It can also come in various forms, such as osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and many others. Now, a brief summary of the major causes of all forms of arthritis are as follows. Inflammation is at the top of the list. Injury is probably the next most likely cause. Obesity leads to arthritis, especially on weight-bearing joints such as hips and knees. Nutrient deficiencies play a huge role in whether you are more susceptible to developing arthritis. Inactivity causes poor muscle structure. Muscles are beneficial in supporting joints where arthritis typically strikes. Now, since nutrition is our main focus here in the A to Z's of nutrition and health, let's look at nutrient deficiencies as they may relate to arthritis. A major reason for nutrient deficiencies is poor digestion. The first place digestion usually breaks down is in the stomach. Now, how many people do you know that pop Tums, Rolaids, or other antacids like they were candy? Antacids are a huge business because of all the heartburn, acid reflux, belching, burping, and bloating that people deal with. Now, these people generally believe that they have too much acid, but the truth is they are actually low in hydrochloric acid. Now, hydrochloric acid is what breaks food down in the stomach so the nutrients can be absorbed later in the digestive process. Now, too many carbonated drinks, ice-cold drinks, and hot drinks contribute to the body's ability to naturally produce hydrochloric acid. And once it has gotten to the point of creating heartburn, acid reflux, and so forth, it will most likely mean that you probably should supplement with a safe, natural form of hydrochloric acid. Now, some foods that can help stimulate the production of hydrochloric acid are beets, celery, black olives, spinach, lemon juice, ginger, papaya, pineapple, and apple cider vinegar diluted with water or eaten with food, like on a salad. By the way, low hydrochloric acid is a major player in osteoporosis, poor calcium absorption, risk of diabetes, food allergies, ulcers, eczema, psoriasis, dental disease, and infection of the lower digestive tract. Now, once food is broken down in the stomach properly, it goes into the intestines. Digestive enzymes are necessary for it to break down further, so nutrients can be absorbed through the intestinal wall. Now, processed and highly heated foods are usually missing their natural enzymes. The body naturally produces enzymes. However, if there's a malfunction of the pancreas particular as in a diabetic, those enzymes may not be produced. Supplementing with a quality plant-based enzyme will be very helpful in absorbing nutrients. Now, a poor diet filled with processed, packaged, sugary, and fast foods is typically fairly nutrient deficient. Focusing on eating whole foods with a balance of complete protein, good fat, carbohydrates, and fiber will enhance your nutrient intake. Now, how much sugar do you take in every day? And this is critical to decreasing inflammation and joint pain. Now, according to the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association, the average American consumes about 22 teaspoons of added sugar every day. To put that into perspective, I measured out 22 teaspoons of white sugar. It is between 1/3 and a half a cup. Now, in my eyes, that's a lot of sugar. And these statistics that they're talking about doesn't really I lost my place in my notes here, but it doesn't take into account the sugar that you consume from fruit or naturally sweet foods. And by the way, someone else is eating my sugar because I certainly do not eat this much. That is a lot of sugar. Another way of looking at this is that a can of sweetened soda has about 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's about 1/2 of the amount that I measured into this cup. So I shake it and make it a little level. I don't know if you can tell. That's a lot of sugar. So are you doomed to have arthritis as you grow older? Not necessarily. Stay in shape physically by doing regular activity and keeping your muscles toned, because this will help prevent injuries. Manage your weight so as to not place an extra burden on joints. Eat a nutritious diet of whole foods. Cut back or avoid sugar, and take supplements as needed. It is true, aches and pains do not have to be a part of the normal aging process. And I'd like to share a short personal story about an injury my husband had over 35 years ago. I've always told him he is part monkey, as he was always climbing on something. He was at work one day and was climbing down off a large pallet rack. Somehow, when he came down on his leg, he twisted his knee. He saw stars. He took the weight off the leg. It stopped hurting. He took another step, saw stars again, and repeated that a few times before he went to the doctor. X-rays were taken. He had torn the cartilage, so when he put his weight on it, the torn part would pop out, causing all that pain. He was told to stay off the knee for a period of time and let it rest, so he was put on crutches. After a couple days on crutches, he threw the crutches away and started walking on the leg again. The doctor even mentioned to him that at some time he would probably have to have surgery to repair the cartilage on his knee. Now, shortly after that injury was when we started taking nutritional supplements on a regular basis. It's now over 35 years later, and he has no trouble with his knee. He's still a monkey at 73 years of age and has not had to have knee surgery. So that's the good news. Yes, the body can heal itself in certain situations when we provide it with the proper tools. Don't let arthritis dictate what you do with your life as you grow older. Your body doesn't have to quit before the rest of you does. That's it for today. Arthritis in a nutshell.